Welcome to the Fear and Greed Afternoon Report for Tuesday, the 7th of February, 2023. I'm Sean Aylmer. Every afternoon, we've got the 5 stories that happened today that you need to know about. And it was a very big day. Story number 1, the Reserve Bank has made it clear there are more interest rate hikes in the offing after lifting the official cash rate for the 9th successive time. The official cash rate is now 3.35%, and the boss of the central bank, Phil Lowe, said he's determined to cull inflation. The other economic news around today was figures from the Bureau of Statistics that show Australia in 2022 recorded a 5th straight year of trade surpluses. And it could get better given Beijing and Canberra are talking to each other again, and China has dropped its zero tolerance policy for COVID. In December, the trade surplus came in at $12.2 billion, continuing a run that started back in January 2018. Sales of iron ore, gas, coal and other commodities has been the bedrock of the run of surpluses, part of the lucky country argument. Story number 2, all the major local markets reacted to the Reserve Bank announcement today. The S&P ASX 200 tumbled 0.5% on the announcement, then kept falling. By the end of the day, it was down 0.5% to 7,504 points. Bank stocks are particularly susceptible to changes in interest rates, and 3 of the big 4 ended lower today. While higher rates should help net interest margins, fears of a recession triggering more bad debts is the dominant concern among investors. That's why Commonwealth Bank, National Australia Bank and Westpac all ended lower. Property companies who tend to be highly leveraged are also hit hard by higher rates. Goodman Group today dropped 2.3%. The iron ore miners were mixed, while the retailers got hit hard, with Wesfarmers, Woolworths and Coles all off around 1%. The tech stocks didn't fare so well either. It was a better day, though, for the coal companies like Whitehaven and New Hope. Their share prices have been hurt by falling coal prices, but today they're among the best performers. Story number 3, there is plenty of corporate news around today. Macquarie Group has hinted at expanding via acquisition, saying it's plenty of cash on hand and it expects its full year result to be better than last year. Australia's biggest toll road operator delivered a record first half in earnings and said long-time boss Scott Charlton is stepping down at the end of this year. He's had quite a run at Transurban, Scott Charlton. Car accessories business ARB share price fell 12% today, the worst of the top 200, after it reported a 5% fall in revenue during the December quarter. Healthcare giant Healius said revenue and profit fell sharply during the past 6 months as it transitioned from a large-scale COVID-19 testing group to just a normal testing group. Its share price ended the day down 3%. Lower marketing expenses helped deliver an $8 million boost to the bottom line at online luxury retailer Cettire during the December half year, but its share price still fell 7%. Finally, there was good news for Newey. The company will not have to pay Eddie Sheehy $183 million after a 5-year battle with the former chief executive. Sheehy claimed he was entitled to a stock split that would have allowed him to cash out during the company's billion-dollar IPO back in 2020. Justice John Haley dismissed the claim today, saying the former CEO's share dispute had already been dealt with in a 2019 Supreme Court decision on the matter. Story number 4. Well, the big news yesterday was Newmont's $24 billion bid for Newcrest Mining. The other large gold miner, touted as a potential bidder for Newcrest, ruled itself out yesterday. Barrick Gold, which is the second biggest miner behind Newmont, said it's unlikely to challenge the Newmont offer. Chief Executive Mark Bristow said a deal doesn't make sense right now, adding that there's a difference between value merger acquisitions and getting bigger for the sake of getting bigger. According to the Financial Review, the other big North American gold miner with the scale to compete for Newcrest is Agnico Eagle, which owns Bendigo's Fosterville mine. Agnico isn't saying anything today, but it is currently acquiring part of Canada's Yamana Gold, so the timing would be tricky for that one. And finally, story number 5, the number of deaths in Turkey and Syria following this week's earthquake in the region has topped 4,000. It's expected to keep climbing. Rescuers are working in freezing conditions to try and find survivors. Teams from Romania, Switzerland, Azerbaijan and Lebanon have already arrived in Turkey to help out. Millions of people in the 2 countries are without power, while it's estimated tens of thousands of buildings have been damaged. That's it for the afternoon report for Tuesday, the 7th of February, 2023. Michael Thompson and I will be back tomorrow morning with the Wednesday edition of Fear and Greed. I'm Sean Aylmer. Enjoy your evening.